So we've just finished off the month of August, which is of course Women's Month, and now I think it's appropriate to move to a very particular man, and we've of course also shifted back to interviewing Good Up FM personalities on The Hustle Never Sleeps. And this week we're outside in Sea Point at Jared's, quite a cool bar actually, and I'm sitting with Loyd aka DJ Loyd, who's got a CV that is such a mouthful. It really is. You're a DJ, you're an MC, you're a host, you're a presenter on TV and radio.
Yeah.
You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I think that's what would put it all into like context.
Yeah, you're an entrepreneur. I can just leave it at that. You're a fashion stylist icon.
Am I?
Yeah.
No, come on.
Have you seen yourself today?
No, I'm just wearing a T-shirt that I found. Like,
It's just an old T-shirt.
Yeah, it literally is an old T-shirt. See, even the buttons are not working properly. I need to put it back. And keep it simple, really.
Yeah. Simple is always the way to go.
Yeah.
And we're going to find out the pursuit of his passions, what sets his heart on fire, and what basically defines for him the hustle that never sleeps. Loyd, thank you so much for joining me today.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. Like I was saying just the other day that so Carissa called me to come to Hustle Never Sleeps.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mama, I made it. So I'm doing something right in my life if I'm here.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Loyd, I want to know from you though. Is it okay that I call you Loyd, or do you prefer Loyiso?
It really doesn't matter.
Okay. Loyiso, Loyd. I'll
Yeah,
call you both.
as long as someone doesn't spell the Loyd with a double L, I'm all good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I've done that once or twice, most likely. Yeah.
I had to bite my tongue.
Yeah. So Loyd, tell me, where did this journey start for you in terms of entertainment and entertaining the masses?
Well, entertainment really for me started, she was in my grade 9 class.
Sure.
Where we had this oral that we had to do in our class. We were basically like reenacting a telephone call with a long distance relative.
Okay.
And throughout the time, I ad-libbed the whole thing and made it up and had the whole class in stitches. At that point, I thought maybe I had a career in comedy. And I was like, actually, no, I'm not that funny. And I think that's when I started realizing that I actually had a knack for speaking to people in public spaces.
Yeah.
So I quickly took up debating.
Okay.
And then I did debating all the way through high school, through my matric year. And I was basically the third speaker in debating. So basically what third speakers do, we kind of like absorb everything everyone has said and we form the rebuttal. So we never really plan our speeches. We're there to listen and kind of rebut as we go. So that kind of taught me to do a lot of things off the cuff and to really listen to other people and what people are saying and to be able to analyze what people say.
That's amazing. So grade 9, and then how did you go from grade 9 to the superstar that you are right now? What was your first step into the industry?
Funny enough, I didn't go into the industry initially. Like I wanted to be a sports star. So I was, I was
you wanted to be a comedian, and then you wanted to be a sports star.
Yeah. I literally in grade 10, I think I was like 14 years old, 14, 15 or something.
Okay.
And I was already playing for the under-19, which is the first side for our high school for soccer.
Yeah.
I was already playing first side for cricket as well.
Sure.
Long story short, I got my provincial colours at under-16 level for cricket in Cape Town, for Western Cape. And I soon realized, like 2 years later, I played club cricket. I mean, all the guys now that are doing amazing. I mean, I played in the same team as Vernon Philander at some point.
Look, I wish I knew that was.
Yeah, basically
but I
Vernon
know
Philander
zero about sports.
is one of our best bowlers. And funny enough, he was a batsman back then, and we both played in a team against an Australian invitational side at the time.
Sure.
And and then I started realizing that I don't want to spend 12 hours of my day in the field. And I realized I also probably wouldn't play for South Africa, you know?
What do you mean?
I learned very early to be honest with myself. So I knew what I was good at and what I was going to be great at.
But to be real with yourself at the end of the day.
So then I moved on to varsity. And I think that's where really the entertainment bug bit. I got an opportunity to start throwing parties at varsity. And I started realizing that through entertainment I could speak my language and get to know people. And then I also then realized that I was a struggling student with no money. And there was a pub at UWC where I used to study.
Yeah.
And all the guys would get in there. You have to pay $10 to get in, but I couldn't afford that. And then I started realizing that guys were getting into the pub. If they had DJ bags on them, they were getting in for free.
Okay.
Like,
You
wait,
sort
hold on,
of
yeah. Hold on. Let me save some money here. So I started carrying a bag and saying that I'm a DJ, and I would always get in for free. Until this one time, the security guard literally walked me to the DJ box and said, okay, cool.
Go for it.
I went in there wide-eyed, and Bradley, the guy...
Had you been prepared at all? Did you?
No,
Nothing?
I didn't know how to play music. I was just, faking it till I made it.
So what was in your bag?
My books, my study books, and my little headphones.
Yeah.
And I walked in, and luckily the resident DJ at UWC's pub was a guy who was in my economics class, Bradley Ogun.
Yeah.
And he was just like, yo, come in, have some drinks. And then he started teaching me how to DJ.
Shout out Bradley.
Literally within the first 6 weeks of me going there every week to just like watch him play music.
Yeah.
I met DJ Fresh, I met Euphonic, I met Spectacular,
Yeah.
I met Jeepers, I met DJ MT, I met a whole lot of guys who are kind of like now very instrumental in terms of how I've been building my DJ brand.
So if I asked you to teach me, would it take you 6 weeks? Would it take me 6 weeks to get this all down?
Nowadays, take you 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Is that because of my talent or because of how easy it is to
It's become a lot
fake
more
your
automated
DJ?
to DJ,
Yeah.
so it's a lot easier.
Okay. Because I did download Virtual DJ and I just want to stand alongside you.
Drop 2 songs, make it happen.
And make it happen.
Yeah.
No, Loyd, I'm coming with you next time you go clubbing.
No, come. And plus, it'd be awesome because if I've got like a female next to me, it makes me look cooler.
I'm upping your street cred here. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you went from TV, well, at least from entertaining in terms of music, to TV, into radio as well, into MCing, into hosting events.
So essentially, everything kind of feeds into each
other.
thing. So I kind of see me and every opportunity that I've been opened up to. Essentially from DJing, from music. So in 2009, I got the opportunity to go and audition for Hectic 99. Long story short, got into that. And then that kind of started feeding my love for producing awesome content. So while I was working on Hectic 99 as a presenter, I was working as a producer on other projects and creating other projects that are on TV right now, funny enough. And within that's where I found radio, you know, and I was like, wait, hold on. That's another creative outlet for me. So I went and knocked on the doors of Good Hope FM, and I knocked for a whole 3 years. And until they took me seriously. Until they took me seriously. And long story short, I'm on radio now. So all of these platforms, I see them as kind of a creative outlet. So DJing, I get to create. Radio, I get to create. TV, I get to create. Being an entrepreneur, I get to create.
So tell me, what was the highlight of your career so far?
The highlight of my career so far has been 2010. I went to go play Ultra Music Festival in Miami. At the time, I didn't even know who these guys were, but I got to share a stage with Swedish House Mafia at the time, which is embarrassing because I played a set because I'd won a DJ competition that was hosted here. Played the set, it was opening set, obviously. And came back to South Africa, and then the song was pumping, and everyone was like, yo, have you heard Swedish House Mafia?
And you're like,
I'm like, I know these dudes. We were backstage. So for me, that's probably the biggest moment I've ever had.
That you didn't know about.
But at the time, I didn't realize that it was the biggest moment I ever had.
That's amazing. And I would say the challenges that you face every day being an entrepreneur in the entertainment industry.
Sheesh, being an entrepreneur, being in entertainment, you got to have a very thick skin. Every day is like you juxtapose with the reality of how you're gonna grow, because the thing I love about entertainment is that you get to grow yourself, but also you get other people that you depend on to grow. So it's kind of like finding a happy balance between the two and going, you know what, there's a lot of stuff that I can do on my own, and there's a lot of stuff that I need to unlock, and keeping yourself calm and focused while all of that is happening. So you've got to have a very thick skin. And I think for me that's the biggest challenge, not being able to move at the pace that I want to move.
Oh my goodness, you're preaching to me in so many ways. You got to be patient with yourself.
Exactly.
But also surround yourself with greatness.
Always got to surround yourself with great people. And I think also it's very important when you're in entertainment to know when you're not surrounded by the right people and get yourself out of that as soon as possible.
There's snakes in the grass.
Sheesh, there's lots of them.
It's too many. Thanks, Loyd. This is great.
Awesome, thank you.
This is Good Hope FM.
Turn the radios up.
Connecting Cape Town.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of The Hustle Never Sleeps. Now, if you haven't watched previous ones, and believe me, you want to, just click over here. And if you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Good Hope FM, it's free. So all you have to do is click over here.
Yeah. And if you want to check out any of my videos, it's up here. Click now. Click.
You should click.